Hello student, today we will talk about second part of the animal kingdom, in which today we will discuss about basis of the classification. So as you know that there are different types of the basis of the classification which are eight here. But first question is arises that what is the need of the basis? So as you know that there are several animals, as I talked to you, 9.5 lakh animals are belong only in Animalia. That's why there is more number of the animals are here, so there is need of classification. So what is a suitable plan for the classification? That's why there is need of different types of the bases. So here we have taken 8 bases, in which one base is not given in your NCRT, and all 7 bases are given here. First base, body symmetry. Second, level of the organization. Third, germ layer. Fourth, nature of body cavity or coelom. Then body plan. Then pattern of the complexity of the various organ system. So this body plan is not given in your book directly, but I include here because it is very important. After that, presence or absence of segmentation in the body. Last, presence or absence of notochord, which you know very well. So there are total 8 bases by which we can divide the animals into different categories. So first base, that is known as body symmetry. This is very important and we organize it in systematic way. In NCERT these are not given in systematic way, so I organize it because first of all, when we are going to discuss about any animal, so there is need to understand its anatomy, means histology, etc. So first of all, we are divide the animal into, or we cut the animal. So how we will cut? It's not a simple thing. Means there is need to discuss about its symmetry. So question is arises, what is symmetry? That's here. On the basis of the body symmetry, if we are going to discuss, then there is need 2 point. First, axis and plane of symmetry. So can be classified animal on the basis of the body symmetry, but before it there is need of discussion about 2 point, axis and plane of symmetry. These 2 points, these are not very difficult but very important. So axis, what is axis? It is imaginary line by which we cut the animal into 2 equal half. That's why imaginary straight line passing from the center and divide the animal into 2 equal half. So here 2 type of the axis may be. First, longitudinal axis, second, transfer axis. Longitudinal axis, in which we divide the animal into 2 equal half from center in this way, longitudinally. That's why it is known as longitudinal axis. When we cut the animal into 2 equal half, and we are going to make a imaginary line that this is part from, and we are going to cut the animal into 2 equal half from center. So this is transfer axis. So this is imaginary line only by which we are imagining that if we cut it, then 2 equal half are formed. That's why axis, it is only imaginary straight line passing from the center of the body by which if we cut the animal, then we are getting 2 equal half. Second, plane. So what is plane? So you know, when we cut the body, a flat surface which divide body into corresponding halves. So suppose that in this way we cut the animal into 2 equal half. So 2 flat surface are formed. This surface and this surface, these 2 surface we are getting. So that's why a flat surface which divide body into corresponding half is known as plane. That's why planes are of also two types. Longitudinal plane divide body into right and left, right and left half, and similarly suppose that in this may be cut, so front and back. So again think that plane are maybe two types. First, longitudinal plane. Second, transfer plane. Longitudinal plane divide body into right and left half, are front and back. But transfer plane, this is transfer. Suppose that we cut, this is imaginary line by which we cut the animal into two parts. So two half which we are getting this plane and this plane. This is transfer plane. So divide body into upper part and lower part. So this is transfer plane and this is longitudinal plane. Okay, so if you know this axis and plane, then it is very clearly you can understand the symmetry. Now, types of the animal on the basis of symmetry. So there are two types of the animal. First, asymmetrical. Second, symmetrical. What are asymmetrical? You know, plane passing from the center does not divide the body into two equal half. It means any plane is not possible by which we can divide the animal into two equal half. That's why these are asymmetrical. But this is very simple point. Main point is this example. So asymmetrical animals are found in. So first phylum Porifera means sponge. All sponges are not asymmetrical. You know, phylum Porifera have three classes: CHD, Calcarea, Hexactinellida, and Demospongia. How many parts? CHD. This is my tips. Calcarea, Hexactinellida, and Demospongia. So the member of Demospongia. Only these are asymmetrical. Here, bath sponge. You know about the bath sponge and freshwater sponge, means Spongilla and Euspongia. These are asymmetrical. Similarly, second means Calcarea, the member which are belong in Calcarea and Hexactinellida. These are radial symmetrical. These are not asymmetrical. This point is very important on the basis of the examination. Second, some molluscan, not all molluscans. You know, mollusca have several classes. How many classes in mollusca? So I have given one tips. A मेरी problem. GS, physics, chemistry. Aplacophora, Monoplacophora, Polyplacophora, and Gastropoda, Scyphopoda, Pelsipoda, and Cephalopoda. These are the classes in which member of Gastropoda. Only the member of Gastropoda. You know, Gastropoda, it is the largest class of the mollusca, in which this class, the member of class Gastropoda, are asymmetrical. First question is this, that why these are asymmetrical? So during their development, their larvae are bilateral symmetrical. But adult, due to the torsion means twisting of the body. So due to torsion of the body, their body change from bilateral symmetrical to asymmetrical state. That's why this point is very important. And here very famous one most important example, you know, Pila. That's why we have included here, and we will discuss it in next in mollusca, phylum mollusca. Then we will explain it in detail. So here only think that some sponge means only the member of class Demospongia as bath sponge and freshwater sponge. These are asymmetrical. And similarly here some gastropods means some molluscans which are present in class Gastropoda as Pila. These are also asymmetrical due to torsion of the body. So now symmetrical animals. So automatically you can understand by this term that symmetrical animal, it means animal we can divide the animal into two equal half. Suppose that, so plane passing from the center of the body can divide body into two equal half. That is common meaning of the symmetrical animal or symmetry. But symmetrical animals are of two types: radial symmetrical. Suppose that this is the animals which are cylindrical. So we can cut the animal into two equal half from this part, from this part, from this side. It means there are several planes by which we can divide. That's why plane passing from the center, from this side or this side or any side, we can divide the animal into two equal half. Very important point here. You know the animals which have radial symmetry. These are present in less developed phylum. It means as some spongy, it means the member of Calcarea and Hexactinellina. All coelentrates, all ctenophores, that's why these are known as radiata. And very important point here, that adult echinodermates, very important question for the competition, because their larvae are bilateral symmetrical, but adults are radial symmetrical. So always they are asking this question, that adults are radial symmetrical but their larvae are bilateral symmetrical. Such types of the animals are belongs in echinodermata. In echinodermata, so this is here no exception. All the member of the echinodermates showing this condition. That's why I'm not going to discuss about their classification. Okay, we will talk it in phylum Echinodermata. Now bilateral symmetrical. So bilateral symmetrical body, only body can be divided into two equal half. Right and left half means body can be divided into right and left half from only one plane. This is only one plane. It means most animals, even them, your body is also what kind? Bilateral symmetrical. So if plane passing from this way, then we are divided into two equal half, right and left. So bilateral symmetrical animals are advanced animal, and these are present from phylum Platyhelminthes to Chordata. Okay, so this is first base, body symmetry. Second base, we will discuss it in second video. Okay, thank you.